All right, y'all. Let's talk about a beef that never really cooled off. We're talking 50 Cent versus The Game, one of the realest, pettiest, and longest running feuds in hip-hop. And guess what? Earlier this year, it flared up again like it never left. But here's the thing most people don't want to say out loud. The Game never respected 50 Cent. Not as a boss, not as a peer, and definitely not as a mentor. And what really eats at 50? The Game still believes he won that beef. So let's break it down. Back in early 2024, The Game jumped on a podcast and lit the match again. He said, 50 never made me, I made myself. G-Unit needed me more than I needed them. Yeah, that part. No hesitation, no filter. And 50? He couldn't just sit quiet. He hopped on Instagram, dropped a meme mocking Game's career, and wrote, "You still crying about G-Unit in 2024? That's wild." You could almost see the salt dripping off that post. But this ain't new. This beef has been simmering since 2005. Remember when The Game dropped The Documentary, a classic, no question. 50 claimed he wrote half the album, especially the hooks. That made it blow. Game denied it. He said he didn't need 50 then, and he sure as hell doesn't need him now. The tension exploded when Game refused to ride with 50 in his beefs with other rappers. That was a big no-no in G-Unit. Loyalty was everything to Fifth. But Game, he wasn't built to follow. He wanted to be his own man, and he made that very clear. After getting kicked out of G-Unit, The Game went on a full-out lyrical warpath. He dropped the infamous 300 bars diss track. 15 minutes of straight-up verbal destruction aimed at 50 and the whole G-Unit camp. And honestly, a lot of fans say he bodied them, and that's the part 50 Cent has never really lived down. See, 50's used to being the one who finishes beefs. He trolls clowns and controls the narrative, but with The Game, it's always been different. Game never bowed down. He never backed off. He out-rapped 50, outlasted the G-Unit collapse, and kept reminding the world that he stood toe-to-toe with one of the biggest names in the industry and didn't blink. Fast forward to now, and it's the same story. 50 throws shots online. Game claps back with bold claims telling the world he won. And deep down, that's probably what's been bugging 50 for almost 2 decades. So is this beef ever gonna end? Honestly, probably not. Because when two egos that big clash and one refuses to submit, it's personal forever. What do you think? Did The Game really win the beef? Or is 50 still the last one laughing? Sound off in the comments because this one's far from over.
It's Celeb Beef, where pop culture craze. It's Celeb Showdown starting off.